Have you ever been petting your cat? They're purring, leaning into your hand. Everything feels perfect, then suddenly, snap, they bite you. Most people think, my cat just flipped a switch, or worse, maybe they're just mean. But here's the truth: your cat didn't change. You just missed the signal, and if you keep missing it, you're not just risking more bites. You're slowly breaking the trust your cat is trying to build with you. In this video, I'll show you 5 simple fixes to stop this for good, and the last one. It's a hidden family spot that almost no cat owner understands. After this, you'll never pet your cat the same way again. 1. The 3-second handshake rule. Most people make the same mistake. They walk up to their cat and go straight in for the pet. Right on the head. No warning, no pause. But to your cat, that's not affection. It feels more like a stranger grabbing you without saying a word. Here's what's really happening. Cats don't experience the world the way we do. They don't rely on sight first, they rely on scent. Before your cat trusts your touch, they need to read you through smell. It's their version of a handshake. So when you skip that step, you're not being loving, you're being unpredictable. And unpredictability creates tension. That tension builds quietly until your cat has no choice but to say, stop. Sometimes that stop is a bite. Now here's the shift. Instead of reaching straight in paws, extend one finger gently, just a few inches from your cat's nose. Don't move it, don't push forward, let them come to you. If they lean in and sniff, you've just been approved. If they ignore it or turn away, that's your answer too. You didn't get rejected. You got honest communication. And when you start respecting that moment, something changes. Your cat doesn't just tolerate your touch anymore, they begin to invite it. Quick question, does your cat usually come to sniff your hand first, or do you go straight in for the pet? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're starting to notice this now. And if you want to understand your cat on a deeper level, not just react to behavior, but actually read it, make sure you're subscribed, because this next mistake, almost every cat owner gets it wrong. And it's the fastest way to trigger a bite. 2. Stay away from the no-go zones. You've probably seen this before. Your cat rolls over, stretches out, and exposes their belly. And instinctively you think, oh, they want belly rubs. So you reach in, and that's when the bite happens. Here's the part most people misunderstand. When a cat shows their belly, it's not an invitation. It's a display of trust. The belly is the most vulnerable part of their body. It protects all their vital organs. So when your cat exposes it, they're not saying, touch me here. They're saying, I feel safe enough around you to not protect myself right now. And when you go in and touch it anyway, to your cat, that can feel like a betrayal of that trust. That's why the reaction is so fast. It's not aggression, it's protection. The same goes for another sensitive area most people miss, the base of the tail. This area is packed with nerve endings. For some cats, touching it can feel overstimulating or even uncomfortable. So, what should you do instead? Shift your focus to what we call the safe zones. The cheeks, under the chin, behind the ears. These are the areas cats groom each other in the wild. They're associated with bonding, not defense. When you pet here, your cat doesn't brace themselves. They relax into it. And that's the difference between a cat that tolerates you and a cat that truly trusts you. But even if you're petting the right spots, there's another hidden trigger that can flip the switch instantly. Because sometimes, it's not where you touch, it's how long you keep going. 3. The overstimulation trap when good turns into too much. Everything seems fine at first. Your cat is purring, leaning in, maybe even closing their eyes. So naturally, you keep going. A few more strokes, then a few more. But then something shifts. Their tail starts flicking, their skin ripples, their ears turn slightly back. And if you miss that moment, the bite comes out of nowhere. But it wasn't sudden, it was building the whole time. Here's what's really happening. A cat's skin is incredibly sensitive, packed with nerve endings. So while petting starts as a pleasant sensation, it can quickly cross a threshold, from enjoyable to irritating to overwhelming, almost like someone tapping your shoulder over and over again. At first, it's fine. Then, it's annoying. then you want it to stop immediately. Researchers call this petting-induced overstimulation. It's when your cat's nervous system gets flooded with too much input. And instead of quietly enduring it, your cat uses the only clear signal they have left: teeth. So the real skill here isn't just petting your cat, it's knowing when to stop. Watch the early signs: tail flicking, skin twitching, ears rotating back. These are not random movements, they are warnings. And if you respond early by simply pulling your hand away, something powerful happens. Your cat learns, I don't need to bite to be understood. That's how trust is built. But there's an even smarter way to prevent overstimulation before it even starts. A simple rhythm that changes how your cat experiences every touch. 4. Short strokes, long breaks. Here's where most people go wrong, even if they're doing everything else right. They pet their cat the way they would pet a dog. Long, continuous strokes from head all the way down to the tail, over and over again. It feels natural to us, but to your cat, it's too much, too fast, too constant, because in the natural world, cats don't interact like that. When cats groom each other, what's called allo-grooming, it happens in short, focused moments. A few licks, then a pause. A few seconds, then space. That pause is everything. It gives the nervous system time to reset. It gives your cat a sense of control, and control is what keeps them relaxed. So instead of long, endless strokes, shift to a new rhythm. Pet for 2-3 seconds, then stop. Pull your hand back slightly and wait. Now watch what your cat does next. If they lean in, bump your hand, or follow you, that's a clear yes. If they stay still or turn away, that's a not right now. Either way, you're no longer guessing, you're having a conversation. And this is the moment most people miss. When your cat realizes they can choose the interaction, they don't need to defend themselves anymore. No pressure, no overwhelm, no surprise bites. Try this today, short strokes, then pause and tell me what happens. Drop a 4 in the comments if your cat actually leans back in for more. And if you're starting to see your cat differently, not as unpredictable, but as incredibly precise in how they communicate, make sure you're subscribed. Because the final piece of this puzzle, it's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about unlocking a spot that makes your cat feel like you're not just safe, but family. 5. The hidden family spot that builds deep trust. Even when you avoid the mistakes, even when you read the signals right, some cats still feel slightly on edge. They accept your touch, but they don't fully melt into it. That's because there's one place most owners overlook, a place your cat can't easily reach on their own. The top of the head, right between the ears. In the wild, this is where bonded cats groom each other. It's not random, it's intentional. Because when a cat allows another cat to touch this area, it means one thing: you're not a threat. You're part of my inner circle. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When cats are groomed in this spot, their brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone linked to trust, calm, and emotional safety. That's why the right touch here feels different. Not stimulating, not overwhelming, just grounding. So instead of broad strokes, use your fingertips. Small, gentle, repetitive motions. Stay in that narrow space between the ears. Slow it down. Let the rhythm be soft, predictable, almost like a quiet signal. And then watch. The eyes soften, the body loosens. Sometimes they'll even lean into your hand in a way that feels deeper than before. Because in that moment, you're not just petting your cat, you're speaking their language. And what you're saying is simple. I'm not just someone who touches you, I'm someone you can trust. So if your cat bites while you're petting them, it's not because they're unpredictable, it's because they've been trying to communicate, and something got missed. When you start reading their signals, respecting their boundaries, everything changes. They don't pull away anymore, they come closer. Because to your cat, you're no longer just a hand reaching in, you become a place that feels safe. And now I'm curious, which of these 5 changes are you going to try first? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you want to truly understand your cat, not just what they do, but why they do it, hit subscribe and stay with Meow Mindset.